Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore. Should you go? Should you not? Find out today. Hi, how are you doing today? It's not just Jess here today. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, we are going to go at AMC Schaumburg 24 at 7:15 in IMAX. That's right, in IMAX. And by the way, guys, due to popular demand, I'm here with
Fernando, guys. How are you guys? It's Saturday. I'm excited, and we're here to watch Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore.
Guys, if you don't know who he is, last year we did a spoiler-filled review, Godzilla vs. Kong, King of the Monsters, so due to popular demand, I had to get my boy back. This will be a spoiler-filled review.
Well, how are you guys? How you guys doing? I hope you guys having a great Saturday. Yes, it's a Saturday today. So, a little bit about myself. I love to motivate people. I like to give motivational quotes.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. So go towards the end because we are going to talk about the movie. I'm going to link to all Fernando's social links down below. So we got Fantastic Beasts 3, aka Secrets of Dumbledore. Is this movie worth going to IMAX? Honestly, if you like the Fantastic Beasts movies, if you like the Harry Potter world, and you also want more of the world of the Wizarding world, then definitely go see this IMAX. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Seeing this movie in the top premium formats, I feel like maybe for the majority of the audience, that won't be a necessity because, yeah, to me, of course, you know, YouTube and because my love for the theaters, yeah, of course. But I'm just saying for the majority of the people that are thinking about extraing the extra money, I feel like if you don't like what we just talked about, maybe try to go see it in regular. But I know for most of us that like the Wizarding world, Harry Potter, of course, we're gonna go see this in the best premium format. I just want to be honest with you guys. I'm sorry this movie is taking a little bit longer than usual. After the theaters, I got a little bit sick, so I am not thinking 100%. I'm not clear. I'm still like, I guess, like in the weather, so to speak, but I do feel better. I do feel great. However, not 100%. Like my brain isn't 100% clear because of, you know, the cloudiness of the cold. But, and Fernando, if he comes on here, we're gonna sprinkle him a little bit because I did take his take after the theaters, even though it was copyrighted because TGI Friday, so I had to take that video down. So if you see him sprinkled throughout, just know that we did collaborate on this film. But if not, I'm still doing this review. This will be a spoiler-filled review, just to let you guys know, because there's gonna be a lot of things that we talk about that I don't want to dance around subjects. I saw the first two movies back in theaters, 2016, 2018. I also saw it again on Thursday and Friday just to get my mind prepped for this movie. And seeing them all those years ago have changed some of the ways I look at this three-arc structure. Because not to just be honest with you, Warner Brothers is gonna see how this movie does with the box office to greenlight a sequel, like 2 more, because they said 5 movie plans, but they only did 3 right now because J.K. Rowling, what she said, Ezra Miller getting arrested, and as well as Johnny Depp on hers. Like the actors and the cast behind this movie, like there's some bad blood, let's be honest. But we're still gonna talk about it. Even if they only did 3 films, it would be okay if they stopped it here. I mean, I get it. It's just really bad if they don't, like, because we want to see more. Secrets of Dumbledore takes a few years, or I want to say months after the second installment. Newt is assembling an army, what it seems like the first army to defeat Grindelwald. Dumbledore and Grindelwald cannot attack each other because of the blood drop that they had in the second movie. However, they use their, I don't want to say minions, but like their team, their alliances to help each other out. So imagine 2 players, like player 1 and player 2 in a console. They have their helpers or the alliance, hey, do this for me, go there, get this guy, or go to T, like let me know what's going on with the field. Basically, it's like 2 football players and they're both quarterbacks and they're letting their supporters know, hey, like go over here, you know. It's like when you're playing Madden on like the PlayStation console. That's why I'm trying to get to you. Like it's like that, like they're letting them know. They can't really do anything physically, but they can tell each other, hey, go here, get this. Jude Law is Dumbledore. I like them more that we see him in this film because you guys don't remember Harry Potter when they did the background scene, like the flashbacks. Jude Law was that character as young Dumbledore, and for him to be in the second movie, but not for him to get like the forefront of this movie. Yes, it's still kind of Newt's story, and he's still a prominent major role in this film. However, Jude Law is like up there with him because it's the Secrets of Dumbledore. How can you not have Dumbledore? And the movie opens with him and closes with him, which I thought that was a great addition.
When Dumbledore and Grindelwald were chatting, we're talking to each other at the Muggles Cafe. Now, I'm not sure there. I don't know if Dumbledore was just imagining, because then everything burns up. The scene, the whole restaurant burns up, and then he's at the castle. Promise spell that he did with Grindelwald. Now, it also shows about the romance that Grindelwald and Dumbledore had. Expecting maybe have some flashbacks of when they were young or teenagers, how they made the powerful magic spell for them not to fight against each other. More about the romance, how he loved him, him or how they made that promise as well. I was expecting more Secrets of Dumbledore.
Mads Mikkelsen as Grindelwald, I didn't know how he would do it because I did like him in Casino Royale. He is definitely menacing. He kills like creatures in the beginning. He takes the memory off of that one guy. However, let's be honest, I did like Johnny Depp's character overall interpretation of Grindelwald in the second movie. I liked the theatrics. I liked how Johnny Depp looked in it. Even though Mads Mikkelsen, let's be honest, he is a little bit more menacing because he's a little more laid back. Johnny Depp's character just felt like more theatric, like the arts and the crafts and the way he looked, the presentation. However, Mads Mikkelsen is definitely up there. Like, he does a good job, but that's just my guy. And it's funny, we had 3 different movies of Fantastic Beasts with 3 different characters playing Grindelwald: Colin Farrell, Johnny Depp, and now Mads Mikkelsen. What's going on? And I get it. Accusations with Amber Heard. What's going on with there? We'll see what's up in the trial, but we're not going to talk. Jessica Williams as Hicks. It's cool. She is a defense against the dark arts teacher. I love her fashion in this movie. She is accompanied with Jacob to go on separate missions because the whole team has to go to different missions, right? So Jessica Hicks has this southern 1980s Chicago or Boston accent. In the beginning, it sounds something like this. She's like, I hope you didn't spend all day coming up with lines. And like, I'm sorry, I cannot do it the right way she does it, but I love how she is. She is the defense against the dark arts teacher, so it would make sense for her to be with Jacob because think about it, Jacob is a no match, no wizard, he's a muggle. So him being paired up with someone like at that level, defense against the dark arts teacher, like of course, like I don't want to say like he's lacking behind, but he can do. It's just you have to like pair it up, you know. You have to. It's gonna be like this. Let's talk about Newt's character. He's still the same character as before. He gets more screen time. He's a little bit more like he was always brave. He was always confident, but I feel like he's a little bit more sure of like attacking because I didn't really see him battle like that in the other movies. The first 2 movies came out 2016, 2018. It's been years, guys. It's been literally 4 years since the second movie, and I was a different person back in the second and the first movie. I didn't like how he was back then. This is how I thought. I was like, oh, he's supposed to be more masculine, more brave. He's supposed to be like out there, like attacking people, blah blah blah. However, I've changed as a person as a result, and I've grown to love Newt as a character because he's like gentle, warm, calm, vulnerable. Like he's really different. Like the way he doesn't make eye contact with people, and like how he's like this. Now that could be the actor playing the character in that type of way. Which, like I said, as I grow older, because I was like early in college partying and drinking, but now seeing him in this role, I really liked it. I wish maybe he would have been a little bit more like assertive, like looking at Tina in her eyes, or just like asking her out, just like touching her more. Not like that, but like holding her hand, like, you know, just a little bit. But I kind of can see where he's coming from. But I did like him because he's more like, what's that word? He's more assertive, I guess. You know what I mean? He does take like a mini leadership position because in the first 2 he really kind of wasn't like that. He does because Dumbledore entrusted him to collect all these people. Every single cast from the previous installments are here except for Tina. Now, let's be honest. Tina, my theory is because she was the most outspoken to J.K. Rowling what she said about transgender people. In the movie, she does show up in the beginning. In Newt's backpack, when she opens it, you know how those Wizarding Worlds has like the pictures that they go like that? She's there too. She in the first 10 minutes, she's like this. She's always in Newt's backpack in the case. I thought that was great because she's with him. Remember, in the first 2 movies, it was Lita Lestrange. But now seeing her, I was like, oh yes, dude. Like, we all know, based on Harry Potter Wiki, that Tina and Newt end up together. So I don't care. I get it that she's not in this movie. We'll take about why, but I already know they're gonna end up together. They have children. But my theory is because J.K. Rowling's like, all right, you mess with me, we're gonna put your role down significantly reduced. And in the movie, they say she's busy because she got promoted to the American Embassy office of the Minister of Arts, the American place. Remember in the first 2 movies, it was in New York. That was like the place for the Ministry of Arts Magic for the American Embassy or something like that. So she is the leader of that, which is great because she deserves it. She's a remarkable woman, like, of course. But it's like, you really think if she's the leader, she can't be like, dude, I gotta help my true friends. Like, her sister went to the dark side, Queenie, and the person that she's going to marry, her love interest, they're gonna, like, why wouldn't she stop the world? What is she gonna do? Paperwork? That's my theory. I know Warner Brothers hasn't really confirmed it. You attack J.K. Rowling, and she's like the overarching screenwriter of this, and there's also some problems there as well. Of course, that's my theory. She doesn't even show up until 10 minutes until after the movie. She actually does have screen time, but she's sprinkled in throughout because of Newt's suitcase.
I think one of my best scenes was at the end when Tina and Newt saw each other. I was excited. I was expecting Tina to be had more scenes during the movie, but if I'm not mistaken of what rumors, she wasn't because of the interview that she had and what she said. about the writer.
Let's talk about Bunty. Bunty, she appeared only a second film helping Newt with his enema. And she's in here as well. She does get more screen time. She is in the group to defeat Grindelwald. However, the movie, it's just, we know as the audience, this is how I'm coming for romance. We kind of feel like she does like Newt, but at the same time, when she sees Tina, like in her briefcase, she knows, she's like, yeah, he really likes her, which is fine, guys, you know. And we gotta talk about Jacob, guys. Jacob, the movie and the marketing material made it seem like he was gonna get magical powers. They even give him a wand, but however, for me, it was a little bit disappointing because it was just a missed opportunity because, yeah, he was been with this group for a while now, and the fact they only gave him a fake wand and not really magical powers to learn how to do it. Now, I don't know if muggles can be like witches and wizards. I do know that Hermione, based on the Harry Potter, she did come from non-magical parents and she learned it, so there might be a way, even if it's like half magic, but I just thought that was a missed opportunity because the marketing material, the trailers, seemed like he was gonna get something. And the fact that he gets nothing and he just gets a wand, it's like bonkers. It's like, why? But let's talk about the battles. The battles of the wands, of the spells, they don't even say words anymore. Like, they just show how they deflect blue, red, green. It's like, not green because that's the killing curse, but they go ching, 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 like that. They just do that. They block like this. They use the environment against them, which is a good part. But it's like, remember in the Harry Potter movies, even in the second installment, Chamber of Secrets, when Harry Potter was like, he's like, reducto, or you see Spelliarmus, stupefy, Typhicus totalis. Like, we hear the words based on the Harry Potter films. However, let's be clear, throughout the rest of the movies, even those in the series, they mostly just attack and defend, and it's not really explained to us how can someone do that. They're defending like this. Imagine you have a wand, right? Or like this. That's what they do. And like, as much as I like Harry Potter, they don't really tell us. They just do blue, red, white, this, and like they don't say the words anymore. Yes, we do hear sometimes like stupefy, but it's like those are getting increasingly low. Like, the only thing I hear is the Crucio, which is what happens to Jacob at the end, as well as Avada Kedavra, which is the green killing curse, which is Newt assembles the army. Theseus gets captured, which is Newt's brother, but he gets rescued. Multiple gatherings of the Ministry, because all of this is leading up to a big election that's going to be the leader of the Wizarding World that'll change them forever. And if Grindelwald wins because his crimes got omitted because I don't know, I guess some technicality, he's gonna want to start a war with the Muggles. So it'll be crazy if he does get elected. So it's all this big trial. So trying to go to tea time, and it's cool because they're in close proximity of Grindelwald. Like, Jessica Hicks is there, Jacob is there. Like, they meet, but they really can't do anything because of the blood drop. But at the same time, they're just gathering information, seeing what's going on. It's a little bit hard to follow. Now, J.K. Rowling did do the screenplay for this movie. However, when she did the first screenplay, someone had to come help her out. So it's clear to me that, yeah, she can write novels and that's great, but when you transfer over that to screenplay, it has to be with more help. And I'm not saying that she's not doing a good job, but it's just like, I don't think she really knows how to do screenplays. Now, I don't know how to do screenplays, but it's just saying, like, she did novels, and the fact that she did the whole draft for this and then someone had kind of help her out, you kind of see it here, because it's not like, it's a little bit hard to follow. I had to go watch this movie twice, but maybe she could have been like the second person. Like, she could have been helping. Queenie is still on the dark side until like 80% of the movie. Yeah, she still misses Jacob, and she does come back at the end. She's still there. She's just like the dark side. She still reads people's minds, which is great. Credence is dying, most likely to die in the next movie. He does not look good throughout the rest of the movie, and he is a Dumbledore, let's be honest. The Phoenix comes to him at the end, even though he's still alive, but he looks in very bad shape. He is not really a brother to Dumbledore, Albus. He is a nephew, so he is Aberforth's son. And it's funny because if he was his son and Aberforth knew that, why didn't he go searching for him? Like, did he only know that he had a son in this movie? But think about it. He had another son, which is a wizard that's out there. Don't you think with magic, he was able to find him? Like, what kind of father are you? Like, I'm not trying to be like mean, but it's like in the world of Harry Potter, like something's up. Like, maybe he didn't know until this movie, but it's like, you're a wizard. Like, didn't you feel something? I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just being honest with you guys.
We find out that Kiddens, it's part of the Dumbledore family. It's his nephew, his brother's son. I was suspecting maybe I know Dumbledore, there's a scene on Dumbledore when they're at the house and he's explaining about his sister Ariana. Maybe have some flashback. What really happened with his sister, Dumbledore's sister.
So all of this, after they get captured, the election, big fight at the end, and guess who fights? Grindelwald and Dumbledore, because the thing gets broken. Grindelwald is trying to kill Credence because Credence rat him out, or he didn't rat him. He just, please be honest, he's like, this isn't the real like creature, like this isn't your leader. So they take the vote again, and he loses, of course, to the real creature because the creature dies at the end. So Grindelwald did the Avada Kedavra on Credence, right? The screen, the green spell, and this was like the best part of the whole movie. Second best part. There's another best part. And Dumbledore, like in the movie, he's like, I sought to protect. And where their wands meet, we've seen this in movies before. Like where the two wands meet, they do this. It's like, argh! And right away they look at each other because they know the spell is broken. And we get like a 5 minute, not even 5 minute fight scene, but it takes place in a weird dimension, Grindelwald and Dumbledore, and this was a highlight. There was sparks flying away. There's like different spells, teleportation. I thought it was awesome because we see Grindelwald and Dumbledore fight. However, they only fight for a little bit and then they stop because I personally believe I don't think they're ready for it yet. I think that's because remember it was supposed to be a 5-movie deal, so I think that's leading up to it. But just the fact that they know they can attack each other just changes the way they are because after the election, everyone trying to go after Grindelwald and he disappears. Like he disappears, he jumps in a bubble. That's it. And it just to me it felt like Dumbledore knows that he's going to have to track him down, prepare for that fight because I don't think any of them either, Grindelwald and Dumbledore, because Grindelwald's like, who will love you now? So it's clear to me that the fact that they can do it, they're not ready for it. They're not ready for that big moment because, but of course, because remember, Grindelwald's still alive. He doesn't get killed. He just loses because we already know, based on the Harry Potter movies that took place years after this film, we know that Voldemort visits him to get the Sacred Wand. That's what I'm saying. Like, I already know that Grindelwald's gonna lose, but it would be nice to see it. But we did get a glimpse of it here. But it sucks if they don't make another movie because it's like, what are they doing?
The movie was more about election and how Chillin, which is one of the beasts, one of the new beasts that comes out in this movie, get to choose who has pure heart from all three of the candidates of the election. I saw that they were focusing more on the whole movie and how Dumbledore fooled Grindelwald so he could get to him, trying to beat him. By the end of the day, the bracelet gets destroyed. Nobody knows what happens with Grindelwald. Like, he disappeared after they found out that the Chillin that he had was dead, and Newt had the twin of the twin Chillin, because they had twins at the beginning of the movie. He had the one that actually lived. He chose, which it was funny because the Chillin was supposed to choose his obows to the one person who has pure heart, good soul, and he goes directly to Dumbledore, showing that he has a pure heart. Never has done everything he does it from the heart. From there, he goes to elect Santos, which is one of the candidates, a girl, to be the new president of the Wizarding World. From there, I was expecting maybe more battling. Maybe in that scene after that, when the two Dumbledore, his brother and Albus, throw that spell and it touches Grindelwald's spell as well, and that's when the promise bracelet that Grindelwald and Albus made broke. And I thought they were gonna fight. They did fight, but I was expecting a longer fight. From there, he disappears and nothing happened. Nobody knows what happened to Grindelwald.
We're gonna talk about my best favorite scene. The heartwarming scene that I want to talk about is the wedding with Tina and Jacob. Queenie does come back to the side, and we finally see Newt and Tina together in a snowy, beautiful, dark, like in front of the baker shop. It's beautiful. It's snowing. It's like perfect. They look good. And Tina comes in for like the last 10 minutes. She actually has some lines. The music is there. The soundtrack of the cinematic score from the previous installment. It's here. It's just a heartwarming scene. It was so beautiful to see Tina again. But her absence throughout the movie was severely missed. She could have been with Newt, helping him. She could have been with Hicks. She could have been with doing something else. But the fact that she was off screen because she was quote unquote busy and got promoted to the head of the Aura office in American Embassy for the witches and wizards, it's like, their chemistry. That's what I'm saying. Newt and Tina's chemistry is, oh my gosh, magical. Even though this movie is magical. Like, the way she looks at him, the way he looks at her, they have another moment, but we obviously know in Harry Potter Wiki they do get married. But I want to see that. But it's just, I love the scenes because I rewatched the first two movies, and Newt in this one, that's what I'm saying. He feels a little bit more sure of himself. He avoids eye contact a lot, but when he does make eye contact with Tina or with anybody, it means something. And I just felt it here. Movie was a missed opportunity not to include Tina because she is a standout role in the first two movies. And like, how the hell do you have like somebody leave and then come back only for the good stuff? It's like, nah, dude. Dumbledore starts the movie alone and he ends alone. Why? I feel like because he just got his heart broken. He finally knows that Grindelwald and him are two different paths. Think about it. In the movie, Dumbledore says he sought to kill, I sought to protect. And so when their ones meet, it's like me. When I got heartbroken, I don't want to go celebrate. I don't want to go party. I mean, I did do that, but sometimes you gotta just be with yourself because mentally he's like, I'm heartbroken. Me and Grindelwald will never be together. And now that they can attack each other, one of them is really gonna have to go down because he's not mentally prepared. That's why they didn't finish fighting. They just fought for like 3 minutes and that's it. He looks at the baker shop and they're having the wedding, which was beautiful, gorgeous, by the way. Oh, Jacob and Queenie, phenomenal. And then Tina gets reunited again. DC is there, Hicks is there, so it's a good, nice scene because Dumbledore just looks out there and he walks because, dude, let's be honest, he's heartbroken. He's not ready to be with people that are happy. Like, when I was heartbroken, I didn't want to go to a wedding. That was like the last thing I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to drink, you know, and so like Dumbledore he needs time alone. And I respect that. That's why I feel like he didn't want to be with them. He did talk to Newt and say thank you, heartwarming scene everywhere. And I don't know, I like that. I know how it could be related to it. It's because he's heartbroken. Think about it. He's gonna have to take down Grindelwald. Grindelwald's gonna attack him, and he's mentally getting himself prepared because that's gonna be a big fight. Warner Brothers is still trying to see a sequel. See where I'm going for this? If they don't greenlight the sequels because this movie did not do well, and let's be honest, based on the time of recording, Rotten Tomatoes Secrets of Dumbledore has a 49% tomato meeting by the critics, but it has an 85% audience score. Now that's great, but remember, Warner Brothers is gonna see how this movie does in the box office, and it's not doing so well. It's got the least. I think it's like estimated $40 to $60 million, which is the least of the Harry Potter movies at all. So I don't know if they're gonna make a 5-year plan. I mean, maybe we'll see if it has legs this movie like next week, because there's not really anything coming up. If this would be the end, it would be an okay ending, because we obviously know Newt and Tina get together. We obviously know that Grindelwald loses, but to able to see that in 2 more installments would have been nice. Like, could have been a little bit different, but I guess not. I want to be honest with you guys. I love Harry Potter. I love this series. I saw this twice, and the first time I saw it, I was gonna give it a bad review. And I'm not trying to say, like, I get it, like critics don't like it, and I can see why. Trust me, seeing a lot of movies, I did like this movie. I'm happy that we got it. I guess the absence of Tina just really like broke this movie down. And I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I'm gonna give Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore a C. The reason why I'm giving it a C is that everything we just talked about, even though this movie was great, the absence of Tina really was a big hit for me, because I've grown to love her in the first 2 movies, and for you to take that out when things are getting hot and heavy, it's like, what are you doing? You know, like, yeah, this movie has a little bit problems, but it was a little bit hard to follow. Like I told you, J.K. Rowling, as a screenplay, she wrote this movie. I don't think that's her forte. I mean, she could do it with more years of experience, but it's like, it's obviously, to me, there was a lot of bad blood making this movie. Like, think about it. Ezra Miller, Johnny Depp, J.K. Rowling, like, there's a lot of bad things that happened because of this movie, and the fact that it's been 4 years. I don't know, guys. I really like the second one more than this one. I'm happy that we got this, and I'm so thankful we did, but I'm just being very honest. Like, I give it a C. It's just, I'm still an audience, but I'm your man's. Like, I'm sorry to give it that, like, medium score, but that's it.
That's why I give it as much as it hurt me, I give it a 5 as a 10, because I was expecting more from this movie, more background of us Dumbledore. Because if you go back to the franchise of Harry Potter, when Dumbledore is old already, his wand is actually Grindelwald's wand. So hopefully on these movies that are left, they show some flashbacks of how Dumbledore beats Grindelwald, or how he empowers Grindelwald's wand. That's what I give it a 5 out of 10, because I was expecting more of Dumbledore's secrets, more of Dumbledore's background, his past. It has some flashbacks, the romance of Grindelwald and